Hello everybody, welcome back to Artist Archives. My name is Nikki. I am an actress, a writer and an academic, and honestly this is slightly improv. I wanted to film a video all day. It's been a day. One of the things that's really exciting is that if you watched my Can I Complete 5 Projects in 7 Days challenge, one of the projects I completed was a short story. I was then able to send it to a good friend of mine, and she got back to me with some feedback, and it was really helpful. And I made some edits, and that meant that today I was able to send the short story elsewhere, which was very exciting, and we got quite a bit done. So, you know, it's really the accumulative work on this thing, you know, feedback, edits, research, all of this stuff, and I've gotten it to a place that I'm really happy with it, and I don't really want to be tinkering with it much more. Although there is one other person I did ask for feedback, but he did say like it would take him a while to get me the feedback, and he hasn't gotten it to me yet. So, but anyway, it's fine. I'm very happy with it now. Obviously I want to hear his feedback, but when it comes through, it comes through. The other very exciting thing that happened is I went to a shop and I printed out, I don't know why I'm flipping it this way, there we go. I printed out my screenplay, baby. So exciting. I got it, no sorry, I'd already printed it out, but I needed to bind it because I'm making edits on it, and I can't transport it if it's not bound, because there were all these loose pages, and I was like, okay, how do I work with this? So now it's bound, I can edit it whenever I would like. So here's the script. When I tell you, I was looking at this today and I was like, wow, writing a screenplay is work, man. It's work. I can't lie. As someone who came from writing novels, I really don't think I was understanding how much work. I was like, oh great, it's like 1/3 of the length. Easy. It's work. It's work. Do you know how many rounds of edits this has gone through? This is a screenplay I thought would need like no rounds of edits. Not because, oh, I'm so blah 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 blah, like not in a cocky way, but because, how do I put it? The way, I basically had a dream that told me all about this film. So I was like, great, I'm just writing what I saw in the dream straight down onto paper. Easy, every plot twist, everything is there, done already in the dream. It's still taken some time. Anyway, I had a lovely moment when I printed this out, all 127 pages of it. It's not double-sided. All 127 pages of it. Where I thought I was just about to rush into the editing. I think sometimes I can just rush into, I don't really take time to pause along the way. I'm so inspired and motivated by the end result that I can see in my mind, that I just keep going, edit after edit after edit, round and round, revision after revision after revision. And I, you know, I'm a playwright, so up until production, like I'm just going, I'm going, you know. And I just had this moment where I printed it out. I was just about to jump into edits, and I was like, whoa, Nikki, take a minute. Look at it. And I looked at it and I was like, that was a lot of work. Like, you did good, because not many people get to this stage, which I never really thought about before. Or people had said it like, oh, not everyone gets to that stage where, you know, they've finished writing their people, like whatever, and I just never really believed it. All the people in my circle are other playwrights and screenwriters and poets, and they're artists and performers and writers, and we finish our stuff, right, and we perform it. So in my brain, oh, everyone has an idea and just puts it onto paper. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, think about how many people have an idea for a film, or have an idea for a book, or have an idea for a play, and they never get to this stage where it's almost entirely completed, because we are on line level edits, which is why we printed this out, because we've sorted out developmental edits, we've sorted out first rounds of edits, all of these kinds of things, and I printed it out so that I could really make line level edits, like word choice and grammar and these kinds of things. Yeah, word choice mainly is the one, just making sure everything flows smoothly. And so I was like, wow, this is an accomplishment. And I previously would not allow myself to do that. I don't know if that sounds ridiculous, it probably does, but like the accomplishment for me was the thing being done. But I was like, this draft is an accomplishment. in and of itself. We're gonna get it done, and it's gonna be a bigger and better and incredible accomplishment. And here, this is also an accomplishment. Yeah, a smaller accomplishment, but still an accomplishment. Like a big accomplishment as well, you know? 127 pages. It's not really 127 pages because the formatting, let me just tell you something. So, let me tell you something. 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 Have you guys seen that video? It's so funny.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
So I was writing this on Scrivener because Scrivener has a really good screenplay formatting software. So if you don't know, like, screenwriting formatting is just, is on its own. It's on its own level, okay? Screenwriting is so specific with how everything is laid out. And so I was writing everything on Scrivener. But then for this last round of edits, for some reason, I took it out of Scrivener and I put it into, I said Scrivener in such an Essex accent. Wow. I took it out of Scrivener and I put it into a Word document. Don't ask me why, just for some reason, for this last round, I just wanted it in a Word document. And it worked, you know, it was very helpful. We did the developmental edits. So then I printed it out in a Word document. We're gonna make the line edits and then we're gonna have to transport it back into a Scrivener so that we have proper formatting. But all of that to say is that I reckon we're running a few pages longer just because the spacing is like not correct, because Word just doesn't know how to do screenwriting with spacing for some reason. Having said that, shout out. So I was watching A Screenwriters Journey. I always have to think about whether it's The Screenwriters Journey or it's A Screenwriter's Journey. Let me link her down below. My friend Shuri, right? And she writes screenplays, and I was watching one of her videos not too long ago, and she said something about every action line needs its own line, and she was like initially doing paragraphs, and I've done paragraphs. Some of the action lines have their own action line because it felt right, but some of them I just put all in one line. So I need to go through and make sure every action line has its own line. I still think it will be shorter, but yeah. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to jump in, check in, share this with you because it's so cool. Oh my gosh, okay, so when I went to the print shop today, the guy at the print shop who did the binding for me, when I was paying for this, he said, oh, I saw that your script takes place in a bell tower. I ring the church bells for this church, basically. And he just looked so excited to share that with me. And it was just so lovely. And like, to be honest, I don't need to know the mechanics of bell ringing for the script. Otherwise, I would have asked him way more about the mechanics. But just that chat and that joy in his face, and just, it was so beautiful to know that as a writer, it's not just the act of writing that draws people in, but it's also just the fact that you are a writer, because it just opens up so many conversations. And yeah, it's just nice to know that you can kind of bring a bit of joy just by talking about a project or sharing a bit about a project, or, you know, obviously when this is made, sharing the project, sharing the film. But yeah, it was just very exciting. It was just really nice. I just thought that was so cool. I thought it's so funny that you saw like that one scene and he was like, wait, I ring bells, I know how to do this. I was like, that's really cool. Yeah, so that made me very happy. I really appreciate that he said that. It's just like those moments of connection where art brings us, little moments of connection. Because what were we going to talk about, the two of us? I don't know him, right? But it was just really lovely. I was like, wow, tell me more. And like, we had a little chat and it was just so cool. It was so cool. So yeah, I keep saying the page because I'm like, wow, 127 pages. Can I tell you, initially this was meant to be a short film, but it was also not meant to be a short film, in that I thought a 50-minute film would count as a short film, because I was taking a full-length film as 2 hours. So I was like, if I do 45 minutes, it's a short film. So I first wrote the script. I sent it to a friend who is a filmmaker and director and many, many other things. And he said, this isn't a short film. What are you doing with the length? Either cut it down and make it a short film, i.e. 20 minutes, which is even on the long side of short films. Or expand it and make it a full-length film. And so much he wanted to know about the backstory that I expanded it, and we do now have a full-length film, ladies and gentlemen, which is really exciting. So yeah, just thought I would share that with you. This is my second screenplay, but I kind of consider it my first one for reasons we can talk about in another video. But in my mind, this is like a first screenplay. It's hitting me, it's hitting me. So exciting. So yeah, guys, honestly, I am here for you. Like, I'm so excited about the fact that, like, just keep pushing with your projects, because like, keep pushing till you can print it out full length, and then keep pushing until it's made or published or whatever it is, performed live. Like, just keep pushing. It feels so good. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little impromptu.